All right, we got this done. We now have a nice modulating, communicating 95% Trane furnace, and we kept the plenums, so they got a little while with the mastic, it looks like, but we've got our modulating dampers in zone 1, 2, and back there is zone 3. Here's our zone panel, and there's our added transformer, and we had to put the filter standing up here, so this door comes off this way, mainly because of the furnace drain there. Sounds like the heat's firing up, so I'm gonna tell them to come vacuum out this drain pan. And other than that, we're looking good. Now what we do when we take an 80% out and put a 90% in, which I don't really like doing, but this particular engineer told me I had to do it, so I did. We go up through the 80% vent like a sleeve, and we cut a hole in the cap of the 80% B vent and stick the 3-inch pipe or 2-inch, whichever it is, through it, and put a coupling on it and sit the coupling down on the cap to hold it and seal that with silicone. And then we paint it black, of course. So that's what we did there. So we took out an 80% and went to a 95. Everything looks pretty good here. There's the transponder for the static pressure. So the zone setup's already done. Pretty happy with everything. The only thing that looks a little goofy is we had to add this one vent in the hallway to the kitchen, and it was right in front of the pan there. We had to cut through the platform right there to get it in there, so there's no way to really make that one look great, but overall I'm happy with it. Good looking job. So let's take a look outside and make sure the rest of it looks this good, and we'll go to the next one. Okay, there's the outside, and you can see what we do. We set the coupling down on the cap with a hole in it and seal that, and then we put a 45 and a 90 that just kind of turns it partially down, and you know, just sort of helps against too much wind interference. And then we paint it black, so looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, the outdoor unit is over here on the other side of their little balcony, and it's looks pretty good, level. I like it. That's the one we took out over there, just like that. And of course, this is the nice variable speed 4-ton straight air. A little mud on the pad, we need to wash it off. But it's not running right now because actually the heat is on. I hear the gas meter over there hissing. So let's take a look at the controls, and we'll shake this customer's hand and move on. Okay, so here's the main control, and we've got it heated up a bit. This is the living room, which is zone 1. That's the master, which is the master bedrooms. And this is the guest rooms, which is the 3rd zone. So we're just got the heat jacked up a bit, letting it burn that smell off. In here, the master bedroom. It has a keypad of its own. So it's burning off the, got all three of them jacked up, so it's burning off. The smell is starting to go away. And we got a couple doors open. You know how the new furnaces do. Sometimes they make just a little bit of smell, and every now and then a little tiny puff of smoke. But here's the zone 3, which is the guest area. So that has this small bedroom here, which is where they wanted to control this other small bedroom here, and also this what I call a sunroom that's got a lot of glass in it. Probably would have put the control in here, but it would probably freeze the other two rooms out. So what we're going to do is, we're real close to having the wireless remote sensors, or the wireless remote thermostats for zoning, and we're going to give them one of those for this one, and they can come sit the thermostat there when they're using this room, and then at night when they go in here to use the guest bedroom, they can sit the wireless sensor in here, and it'll control this zone as according to wherever that sensor is. So while you won't really be able to use all three of these rooms evenly at the same time, looks like the kids took our gas furnace box, or the grandkids, and made them a little fort there. So while, you know, an ideal situation for me would have been the master to be a zone, this main area to be a zone, and those two rooms to be a zone, I would have tied that guest room to this main area. But sometimes the customer makes decisions, and you do what they want, as long as it's not going to be detrimental. So they were used to it before. They had a Honeywell zoning system, and they would carry the wireless sensor from there to there and just not use both rooms at the same time, and it worked out well for them. So that's what they want. Just in time for Turkey Day. It's almost Thanksgiving. So appreciate you watching, and hope everybody has a nice holiday.